the Elliot Rodger Manifesto. My god, this might be too long. Holy shit. I'm not reading this. This is too long. I can't read this. And that's how my tragic life ends. Who would have thought my life would turn out this way? I didn't. There was a time when I thought the world was a good and happy place. As a child, my whole world was innocent. It wasn't until I went through puberty and started desiring girls that my whole life started to turn into a living hell. I desired girls. Girls never desired me back. There's something very wrong with that. It is an injustice that cannot go unpunished. There's no way I could live a happy life with such a scenario. Not only did I have to waste my entire youth suffering in loneliness and unfulfilled desire, but I had to live with knowledge that other boys my age were able to have all the experiences I craved for. It is absolutely unfair and unjust. In addition, I had to suffer the shame of other boys respecting me less because I didn't get any girls. Everyone knew I was a virgin. Everyone knew how undesirable I was to girls, and I hated everyone just for knowing it. I want people to think girls adore me. I want to feel worthy. There's no pride in living as a lonely, unwanted outcast. I wouldn't call that living. I am not meant to live such a pathetic, miserable life. That is not my place in this world. I will not bow down and accept such horrific fate. If humanity will not give me a worthy place among them, then I will destroy them all. I am better than all of them. I am a god. Exacting my retribution is my way of proving my true worth to the world. In the midst of my suffering, I have been able to see the world much clearer than others. I have vision that others lack. Through my suffering, I have been able to see how twisted this world really is. Current state of humanity is what makes it wrong. I look at the human race and I see only vileness and depravity, all because of an act known as sexuality. Sex is by far the most evil concept in existence. The fact that life itself exists through sex just proves that life is flawed. The act of sex gives humans beings a tremendous amount of pleasure. Pleasure they don't deserve. No one deserves to experience so much pleasure, especially since some humans get to experience it while some are denied it. When a man has sex with a beautiful woman, he probably feels like he is in heaven, but the world is not supposed to be heaven. For some humans to actually be able to feel such heights of heavenly pleasure is selfishly and hedonistic. The ultimate evil behind sexuality is the human female. They are the main instigators of sex. They control which men get it and which men don't. Women are flawed creatures. And my mistreatment at their hands has made me realize the sad truth. There is something very twisted and wrong with the way their brains are wired. They think like beasts, and in truth, they are beasts. Women are incapable of having morals or thinking rationally. Sounds familiar. They are completely controlled by their depraved emotions and vile sexual impulses. Tell us the truth, do they control sex? I don't think so. Because of this, the men who do get to experience the pleasure of sex and the privilege of breeding are the men who women are sexually attracted to. No, I meant the person saying all this sounds familiar. The stupid, degenerate, obnoxious men, I have observed this all my life. The most beautiful of women choose to mate with the most brutal of men instead of magnificent gentlemen like myself. Bro took the part about women from Hesoid. Women should not have the right to choose who to mate and to breed with. That decision should be made for them by rational men of intelligence. If women continue to have rights... Oh my god, this guy's fucking insane! Oh my god, they will only hinder the advancement of the human race by breeding with degenerate men and creating stupid, degenerate offspring. This will cause humanity to become even more depraved with each generation. Women will have even more power in human society than they deserve, all because of sex. There is no creature more evil and depraved than the human female. Oh my god! Women are like a plague. They don't deserve to have any rights. Holy fuck. Their wickedness must be contained in order to prevent future generations from falling to degeneracy. Women are vicious, evil, barbaric animals that need to be treated as such. Oh my god. In fully realizing the truths about the world, I have created the ultimate and perfect ideology of how a fair and pure world should work. In an ideal world, sexuality does not exist. It must be outlawed. In a world without sex, humanity would be pure and civilized. Men will grow up healthily without having to worry about such a barbaric act. All men will grow up fair and equal because no man will be able to experience the pleasure of sex while others are denied it. The human race will evolve to an entirely new level of civilization, completely devoid of all the impurity and degeneracy that exists today. In order to completely abolish sex, women themselves would have to be abolished? Women abolished? What? All women must be quarantined like the plague they are, so that they can be used in a manner that actually benefits a civilized society. In order to carry this out, there must be a new and powerful type of government under the control of a divine ruler such as myself. The ruler that establishes this new order would have complete control over every aspect of society in order to direct it towards a good and pure place. At the disposal of the government, there needs to be a highly trained army of fanatically loyal troops in order to enforce such revolutionary laws. The first strike against women will be to quarantine all of them in concentration camps. At these camps, the vast majority of the female population will be deliberately starved to death. That would be an efficient, fitting way of killing them off. I would take great pleasure in the satisfaction of condemning every single woman on Earth to starve to death. I would have an enormous tower built just for myself where I could oversee the entire concentration camp and gleefully watch all of them die. Oh my god, this is the most insane thing I've ever read. If I can have them, no one will. I'd imagine thinking to myself as I oversee this. It's not my vlog. Women represent everything that is unfair in this world, and in order to make this world a fair place, they must all be eradicated. Oh my god, I can't. A few women will be spared. Did you know that the Inca Empire, if you weren't married at the age of 20, the Inca Empire would give you a mandatory GF? I mean, this guy would love that. For the sake of reproduction, these women would be kept and bred in... Wait, few women will be spared for the sake of reproduction. There, they will be artificially inseminated with sperm samples in order to produce offspring. Their depraved nature will slowly be bred out of them. Future generations of men will be oblivious to these remaining women's existence. And that is for the best. If a man grows up without knowing the existence of women, there will be no desire for sex. Sexuality will completely cease to exist. Love will cease to exist. There will no longer be any imprint of such concepts in the human psyche. It is the only way to purify the world. Oh my god. Okay, last one. The Incas. You crazy fucks. In such a pure world, the man's mind can develop to greater heights than ever before. Future generations will... Ow, my hand. This microphone is heavy. It is shameful and pity that my ideal world cannot be created. I realized long ago that there is no such way I could possibly rise to the level of such power in my lifetime with the way the world is now. Such a thing will never be a reality for me. It did give me something to fantasize about as I burn with hatred towards all women for rejecting me throughout the years. This whole viewpoint and ideology of abolishing sex stems from being deprived of it all my life. If I cannot have it, I will do everything I can to destroy it. My orchestration of day of retribution is my attempt to do everything in my power to destroy everything I cannot have. All of those beautiful girls I've desired so much in my life, but can never have just because they despise and loathe me, I will destroy. All these popular people who live hedonistic lives of pleasure, I will destroy. Because I'll never be accepted as one of them. I'll kill them all and make them suffer just as they made me suffer. It's only fair. Why do things have to be this way? I'm sure the question everyone will be asking the day of retribution is over. They'll all be asking why indeed. That's the question I've had for everyone throughout my years of suffering. Why was I condemned to a life of misery and worthlessness, while other men are able to experience the pleasures of sex and love of women? Why do everything have to be this way? I ask all of you. All I ever wanted was to love women and in turn to be loved by them back. Their behavior towards me has only earned my hatred, and rightfully so. I'm the true victim in all of this. I'm the good guy. Humanity struck at me first by condemning me to experience so much suffering. I didn't ask for this. I didn't want this. I didn't start this war. I wasn't the one who struck first. But I will finish it by striking back. I will punish everybody and it will be beautiful. At long last, I can show the world my true worth. Well, this is only the second craziest manifesto I've read this week. Oh my god. Well, yeah, that's the Elliot Rogers dude. If you don't know about him, it's another incel.